Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. I am Sharika Sanders, the owner and CEO of Transform the Gap. Today I have with us someone that I know that you should know. Miss Ivory Brown, please tell us who you are and what you do.
Thank you, Sharika. I'm Ivory Brown. I'm the founder and CEO of Transformation Arise Strategic Leadership Solutions, where leaders arise confidently to restore, transform, and sustain the mountains of influence they are called to serve. And I work one-on-one with Black women in leadership, Black men in leadership, as well as organizations that support and foster Black leaders to make sure that they're able to walk confidently in their own identity so that they can have longevity in their workplace and not burn out.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you for I come across and everyone has their own area of expertise and whatever it is you feel led called to do. However, I can appreciate that you said, and so that means men continue to listen. Not just I work with women or Black women, but also with men. And so thank you for extending your hand in their direction as well. So again, men, this also applies to you. This isn't power to the people, all woman situation conversation. But I love that. And I also love you said something that a lot of people don't realize that I believe that leadership is servanthood. And to be a great leader and effective leader, then you need to be ready to serve because that's how you build a team. That's how you support your team is by serving them and being that resource for them, and helping them to do whatever it is. And you help them, they will in turn help you. And so, again, this is not our stage, but yours. So I'm going to step back and ask you that one question. What is it that you know that we should know?
What I know that you should know is
Mhm.
that you can walk fully and authentically in your leader identity without compromising to satisfy other people.
I love that. And I agree. Um, well, if you, would you care to expound on that a little bit more?
Yeah. So, in my personal experience and experiences of people that look like the two of us, a lot of times the narrative is, oh, I have to fit this mold. And to be a leader, you have to carry yourself in a certain way, you have to dress a certain way. And if you disagree with certain things, that means you're misaligned and you're not aligned with the
Mhm.
vision and you're becoming a culture disruptor.
Mhm.
And that's just simply not true. We have to be willing to be confidently and comfortably ourselves in every space that we walk in, or we're going to burn out. It is exhausting pretending to be someone else all the time. It is exhausting trying to just go with the flow and to be a yes man. I can think about the number of people and myself even who experience literal body issues, health issues, because we spent so much time trying to fit into a box and just constantly living in a space of functioning anxiety. Because if you slip up, I'm going to get in
Yep.
trouble. Oh, I'm going to hear about that. I know
Yep.
somebody's going to say something. And that should not be our experience. We are often told we have to work twice as hard to get half as much. And that is not true anymore. It will only continue to be true if we allow it to be. And
Yes.
because Black women are the most educated people on this earth, and we have Black men walking beside us, we need to take back our power because we do have power. And we don't have to compromise and be anyone other than ourselves in order to be successful. We're going to get what we earn, we're going to get what we work for because we can. And we don't have to work twice as hard. We're going to call that nepotism out. We're going to call that bias out. We're going to call that injustice out. And we're not going to stand for it anymore.
You just spoke to my heart. So I like I love and agree everything you just said. And and also because we do set the narrative, people can only do to us what we allow them to do to us. And I tell people all the time how when I was in corporate, I would people would come to me and say, you're going to have to work twice as hard because of this reason, because you're a Black woman, because you didn't have the traditional background to be in the accounting space. They would give me all of the reasons why that I would have to, that it would be harder for me, which one, I thought it was quite ironic because sometimes it would be the person responsible for that decision. So I'm like, you're already telling me you're not looking, you're going to look at me with bias. And then initially, I definitely felt fed into that. But then I was like, hold on, you're coming into my office. So I'm already here. I've already made it. I don't need your approval. I have already proven myself. And it was honestly when that light bulb went off for me, that I was like, okay, things need to change. And it was so funny having my transformation and seeing other people around me and how they responded. It would be like, everything okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, okay, well, I just didn't know. You didn't, you said whatever or you did whatever. Yep, because I'm finally realizing who I am, and you don't get to determine that. And so often, one of the biggest mistakes I feel like we make, period, being with a company, we let them get into our heads and put this fear in this whole narrative of you work for me and I pay you, but I'm providing you a service. You're not doing me any favors. You're not giving me anything that I haven't earned, and you're probably underpaying me. And there is no reason why I can't ask for what I deserve and where for whatever it is I'm supposed to be as far as the position and those things are concerned. And I think when we have that power and we are able to speak with people with that confidence, and when they deny us, okay, that's fine. Tell me why. Because you need to be able to tell me why if you're going to tell me no. Just like you can give me 500 reasons why you told them yes, I need you to give me the same for why you would tell me no. And have them speak up for that. Have them to answer for the decisions that they're making. Call them out. So I felt the passion for what you do when you were talking about it. Because I know it comes from a very real place. I don't have to ask. I already know it comes from a very real place. And I can appreciate you for taking what you've learned and choosing to share it with others and help others. Honestly, I feel like anybody saw that those last couple of minutes of what you just said, if they aren't already making the attempt to contact you and reach out to you, connect with you on LinkedIn, because I feel like even if you don't think you need Ivory's help today, this is somebody that I know that you should know, like I said. So you need to make that connection, look her up, follow, see, keep up with what's going on with her, what she's doing, because we have a voice
Yes.
and we don't always know how to use that voice, but we have somebody here to help us do that, to help us understand how to use that voice, because there's a difference in being able to just, I know how to speak up for myself versus professionally advocating for yourself, because you want to make sure that you're being heard. So you need to make sure you're connected with someone who's going to show you how to do it the right way. It's it's a I hate to call it a game, but we know how to play it.
Mhm.
We have all the tools. And when you're able to take those tools and those things that you already know and everything that you already come with and give it back to them, there's no answer.
Yep.
So I didn't intend to join you on your soapbox, but it's
Yeah.
like you said, it's definitely something that speaks to us. And even again, thank you, because men tend to get left out, even more so Black men. And so I thank you for calling out the Black men and Black women and saying, hey, I'm here to help. I know how to help. I know what you're going through. I've seen it. I've been through it. Thank you for that. Um, so I'll just leave it there.
No, but thank you so much. I just want to make sure that we are okay. And for me, I'm a Christian. And so my Bible tells me that before God formed me in my mother's womb, he knew me.
Mhm.
And he has a purpose for me, and he created me with a hope and a future in mind. And so
Mm,
before I was formed, there was a purpose that existed, and God created me to fulfill that purpose. And that is true for all of us.
absolutely.
And so as we do the work to discover ourselves and to align with the purpose that God has placed on the inside of us, we have to ask ourselves, okay, is what I'm doing in this space aligned to that? Can it be aligned to that? And if the answer is no, we need to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then in addition to that, can I show up and be fully myself and not have to worry about backlash or shame or retaliation or closed door conversations happening? Can I exist in that space without those things? The answer is no. We need to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And am I still able to balance my physical, mental, emotional, relational, spiritual health and exist in this space in the way that I've been existing?
Yeah.
And that is what I want to be true. I want us to be totally well in every space that we enter because we are able to walk confidently in who we are, not having to shrink ourselves, not having to pretend. Code switching, I want code switching to go away so bad. We're working on it. I want us to just be able to be us and be respected for the knowledge and the wisdom and the skills that we bring to this world. And it's possible. It is possible.
No words, none are needed. Honestly. You've said it all. I appreciate you. I believe in you and in the word. So I also agree with you. And I don't know, it's just, I know there's so many people that you are speaking to. So many people that you are speaking to. So many people who feel like they have to adjust and change who they are to fit in the space that they're in. Because we don't want to make anyone else uncomfortable. But it doesn't matter if we're uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if they're continuing to put more on us because you can handle it. No. So speaking up for ourselves, just understanding who we are and owning that wholeheartedly and being okay with being me
Yeah.
wherever I may be.
Yeah.
So
And being in a space where I can be me and learn the skills to advance in a way that is safe for me and responsive to me. If I'm being shamed while I'm learning, that's a problem.
yeah. So you all hear this. If you're feeling it in your unction, in your spirit, in your it's making your wheels turn, whatever phrase you want to use, then you know that she is speaking to you. Have a conversation, ask the questions, even if you're not really sure, have the conversation. Because if there's any inkling, if there's anything that's in mind that's saying, you know what, I think she is talking to you then. If you think it, then she is. So reach out, make sure you're connecting because we all have a purpose. And Ivory is here, it is using her purpose and her passion to help you reach your purpose and your passion. So reach out, connect. There's nothing more special and more beneficial than being connected with a like-minded individual. And so definitely do just that. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? So thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate what you do. And I'm going to end it with something that I used to say a while back, and it recently came back to me, and I was like, I need to start telling myself again. And this is something I would wake up each morning and look in the mirror and say, and it was, with God, all things are possible. I am made in the image of God, therefore, all things are possible for me. And I said it to myself in the mirror because I am speaking to that possible. I am speaking to that image of God that I am made in. So please take what Ivory has said, make that connection, and start on your path to being you. Thank you.
Thank you.